If you want to earn money quick, do not build a course. Instead, take 5 minutes out of your day to write one simple post and save yourself months of frustration and potentially thousands of dollars. If we haven't met yet, my name is Justin, and in my first year of tent making, I generated over $100,000 in revenue while averaging about 4 hours of work per week, which actually allowed me to volunteer full-time as an unpaid missionary. And I want to give you the fastest path to generating revenue, but that means you must not build a course. Why? Because building a course is much more difficult and expensive than most people realize. And the good news is that you can skip the entire process by writing what I call an I'm thinking about type of post. It only takes 5 minutes, and in this video, I'll give you the exact recipe so that you can copy the exact post that helped me to generate $37,000 in just 2 weeks. But first, let's talk about why building a course is a huge mistake. If you want to earn quick income so that you can give yourself to ministry, then you should not build a course, because it takes dozens, if not hundreds of hours to script, film, edit, upload, and organize all of the videos for your first course. And if you don't have professional cameras or microphones, finding someone to help you do this might cost you several thousands of dollars. And on top of all of that, you're gonna get sucked into branding rabbit holes, designing your logo, picking the perfect color palette, choosing brand fonts, and then of course, tweaking your course name for hours and hours and hours on end. Then you're gonna have to figure out, where am I gonna host this course? How do I take payments? And what is my marketing funnel going to be like in order to make your first dollar? And here's the kicker. 3 months later, you're going to realize that you want to fix something. Maybe your messaging missed the mark. Maybe your students are a little bit confused as to how it's organized. And maybe you just got better at what you do and you want to update the training. Or God forbid, it just didn't sell. So guess what? You'll have to start the entire process from the beginning. Re-record videos, re-upload files, rebuilding funnels, and rewriting emails. What you thought was going to be a one-and-done project turns into a never-ending cycle of tweaking and updating that requires more time and more money. This is not a quick win. That's a full-time job with zero guaranteed return on investment. But the good news is that there's a better way. Instead of building a course, learn how to write an I'm thinking about post. Let me show you how it works. You post something like this. I'm thinking about offering a live 60-day coaching group where I help pastors generate 10K in 60 days or less by turning their sermons into coaching programs without complicated sales funnels or expensive cameras and microphones. Not sure if I'm going to do it yet, but if this is something that you'd be into, comment 10K below this post. Here's why this is absolutely genius. In 5 minutes or less, you've done everything you need to know if the program is worth investing in or not. Worst case scenario, nobody responds and you've only wasted 5 minutes. But the best case is this. You actually get a few people to raise their hand and say, this is something that I want. And now you know. In fact, believe it or not, you can even transition in that exact moment to collecting cash up front before you invest another minute in building the thing. By the way, if you want to copy the formula for this post, go ahead and take a screenshot of this framework. Here's another example of an I'm thinking about post that I'm working on right now. I'm toying with an idea that I'm calling the turnkey 10K install. Think of it like those homes that are completely built for you, but for ministry monetization. Here's the general idea. What if I created everything that you needed to go from idea to 10K offer completely done for you? In other words, what if I build and design your lead magnet? What if I write your ad copy, design your images, script and edit your videos for you? What if I not only run your ads, but I show you how to set them up in under 15 minutes? And then what if I built out a complete step-by-step map so that you could upsell your plan and eventually build an offer doc that closes $1,000 to $10,000 clients without a single sales call? In other words, you preach, you serve, and I build the engine that funds the mission for you. So if this sounds like something that you've been praying for, send me an email with the words turnkey install and I'll get the details over to you. You see how simple that is? That is both an example of an I'm thinking about post that you can copy for yourself and soft launch the course that you've been thinking of, but it's also a legit offer that I'm actually putting out into the world. In other words, if you want me to do this for you, let me know. If not, cool. That's awesome as well. No need to waste time or money on something that no one wants.